welcome to Sharadamba Academy. If you are not a subscriber our channel, please click on subscribe button. So let's begin. Today I am going to discuss on the topic of introduction to accounting. Before going to know about accounting, I will give one code word which is helps to know the meaning, character and the process and attributes of accounting. Here the I means the identification of business transaction. In accounting we should identify only the business transaction. Okay, business transaction means what? Take for example, the X person is going to start a business and he purchased the goods which is for business, and also he paid electric bill of his home. So here we should consider the goods purchased for a business and not the electricity bill paid for the home, because it is for personal purpose, it is for the business purpose. So we should consider the goods purchased for a business, because in accounting we should only recognize the business transactions only. So, and the next one is M. We should a measuring of identified transaction. We already identify the business transaction which is the goods purchased, and then it should be measured in the terms of money. Every identified transaction should be measured in the terms of money. Take for example rupees 10,000. I purchased goods which is identified business transaction, and also it should be measured in the terms of money value. The goods purchased worth of it rupees 10,000. And the next step is recording. Whatever we identified the transaction and measured the identified transaction should be recorded in the book. This book is called as journal. So in recording we done journal. Every businessman should record this book called journal. And also the next step is the classifying. Classifying means we recorded all the transaction throughout the year. That is, we sometimes the business will purchase, sometimes the business will sales. Every transaction we recorded in the book, and we should classify the same category of transaction. We classified the purchases and also the sales in separate form. And whatever we classified, we call it as a ledger. In classifying, we done the ledger. And the next step is summarizing. The name itself says the summary. We will read entire lesson and finally we make a short note of it. Like that, we will make here the aggregate summary of sales and the aggregate summary of purchases. Because every time I can't say each sales, so that's why we will make aggregate of the total sales and also total purchase. The next step is analyzing and interpreting. After summarizing, we will go into analyzing and interpreting the summarized data. Here whether it is done to whether our company is earning profit or loss, otherwise our company is operating the level is good or not. To check out this, we will analyzing and interpreting the summarized data. And the next step is communicate to the user. After analyzing and interpreting the data, we will announce the result or the information to the user. Here the user is nothing but the internal user or the external users. Internal user is within the organization people, and external users is out of the organization peoples. Information is necessary to the users because we should pay taxes to the government, and also we should pay dividend to the owners, and also we should issue salary or bonus to the employees. So finally we will communicate the result, or we will give information to the users. So finally, accounting is identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, and analyzing and interpreting the business transaction and communicate to the users.